Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Gilded. We're standing out in front of the tavern that we built last episode. I have not done a blessed thing on the server. I collected some materials and crafted some materials that I need for the next build, but that is about it. I haven't touched anything as far as building more trees or prepping the land over there. I'm pretty sure a bunch of people might know that Pokemon Pokopia came out, and I've been thoroughly absorbed with that mostly. So at most, I have hopped on and just prepared and then procrastinated by playing Pokemon games. It has taken over my brain. But I still want to get stuff done, and I still want to bring out an episode every week, like I said I was going to do this year, and so far I have failed miserably. But unfortunately, that's just medical problems. Nothing I can do about that. So we are gonna get on to the next build, which is right here. It's probably the easiest build out of the 3 big builds that go on here. So I figured I'd do it next and get it done and over with, because the bigger build that's over there on that hole is like a windmill / lumber yard, and I'm gonna need to devote a day to getting all the materials together for it, because it is quite a large build. It's probably a little bit bigger than the tavern, but you will see why I kind of had to make it bigger. I try to make these as like small as I could without sacrificing details and stuff, but I'm enjoying how things are fitting in and looking and how they're going to look at the end. But anyway, this build here is going to end up eventually leading down to a mine shaft that's down here, and I think then I'm going to like extend the mine shaft that way, because I don't have anything planned for down there. So this would be the dungeon area. I'm gonna like this hole comes down this way, but I'm actually gonna go that way instead and head that early direction. And I think I'm gonna make like a maze for it, instead of like a typical mine shaft. I mean, a mine shaft is kind of like a maze, like the ones in Minecraft are. So, but I have an idea. I'm just hoping I can implement it without getting lost in there myself. But yeah, the dungeon stuff's gonna come later, like we keep talking. We gotta get this done first. Then we gotta work on that over there, and then we gotta work on the island over there. And then the last thing that we'll need to work on is the castle that's going over there. But that can come later. We can start working on the dungeons before we start working on that. And kind of take our time with that one. I mean, we're taking our time anyway. Like, so a lot of this stuff was planned beforehand, and I've just been, working piece by piece here. But in the coming weeks, I'm definitely going to start trying to devote more time, putting across like days where all I do is just work on this stuff here. I think I'm just going to get rid of that little area over there. I think there's going to be like what looks like an entrance here to the castle, but since it's going to be cut off with water, it's like, okay, well, I guess you can boat over there, but there's not going to be really any docks or anything. There's some docks back there, but it's more like a fishing dock than anything else. But yeah, I don't know. I don't think maybe I won't put any sort of like entrance. Like, I'll just build the castle up on these mountaintops, and then you'll like look at it and be like, how the heck do you even get over there, because what I want to do is have the entrance be through a dungeon. I don't know if it's specifically going to be this dungeon or a dungeon from over here and you travel all across, because this dungeon over here has a specific story that I have in mind for it, that isn't entirely tied in with this. Or maybe I could tie it in. I could possibly tie it in. But this is stuff for later, not for now. For now, we need to get this stuff on the front top layer. We need to get it done. So let's get this little mining area done. It's just a little building to like house some furnaces and stuff like that. It'll just look like a little workplace. So pretty simple. It's all gonna be made out of tuft. And let's get into the speed build. All right, we are done. And you might have seen, possibly in the overview, that we did a lot more than just this little build. Let's look over, like the outside here. It kind of made it seem or look kind of like maybe it was used to be like a church or something back here, and then it got like redone to be this mining area. But I like the look of it as a little mining doodad. So I think it's fine. I wasn't really sure what to do with the dirt, the flooring in here, because I didn't have anything planned in the creative build of this. So I just put coarse dirt in, rooted dirt in for now. I think that's fine. I could use a little details on the table, maybe some tools or something like that. We can maybe hang up some tools somewhere, like maybe up against this wall or something. Use the armor stand stuff. I'm sorry, my brain's a little empty right now, because as you can see back here, we got the forest done too. And I'm noticing some very bad inconsistencies with the trees. I'm gonna have to go back over and fix some stuff. Wait, this bald spot right here. There's another one over here that has the same bald spot, because they're all the same trees. There's like 4 different trees, and I just used Axiom to help me build the forest. Well, not this forest, but the creative forest, and then ported it over here. And that's where I came to some problems with, because I wanted to build some of the trees in the back of this build to kind of frame it. And as you can see, the forest gets a little thick back here. And I couldn't figure out where these trees, because I wanted to just do these ones back here. I couldn't figure out where the tree ended and began from the other tree. So I just was like, you know what? Let's get the forest done. Why not? I have all the materials for it. I have all the spruce leaves, because from the... Oh, yeah, look, I need to fix this. From tearing all this stuff down, and hello. So let's just get it done. This is the roof one, right? Why are you spawning? That's weird. Anyway, doesn't matter. So yeah, I got that build done days ago, and then I spent too many days. Well, I sat down and just built it all together, and I don't like myself for it, because I'm just tired. I'm tired of trees. It wasn't too hard, like, once I got to the thicker areas, because then I could just stand on top of the trees and just go layer, and just get them all put together. But getting, like, the trunks together, I was running around just doing one layer, trunk. And then just having to jump down and grab more leaves, grab more materials. Ugh. No more trees for a little bit. We're gonna work on this build next, and then I'm gonna have to do terraforming over here, dude. I don't want to, but I'm gonna have to do the terraforming, and we're gonna have to fix up the little itty bitty bits, nitpicking, fixing up stuff, fixing up some of these trees. That's just gonna come later. Get the builds done first, get all this stuff squared away, and then we can start going over like a pass through here, fixing up some of the details, getting the texturing done, getting some of the spooky stuff done, getting the lighting done. So I look forward to I look forward to seeing it all in completion, but man, I'm really happy with how it's turning out for now. And here we can get a little upper view of how big this forest was in the back. Oh, I hate it. I hate it so much. But it is finished, so I'm very happy that it is done. We finish up this build, and we are technically done with what I've wanted to get done. Other than, obviously, the little details. Like, that's fine. That could come later. But the big builds, we will finally kind of be caught up to where I feel like we should have been ages ago. Honestly, I feel like all of these builds, including the one over there in the terraforming, and probably the one over there, should have been done by now. So we're still going to hit the ground running, or try to. I'm going to try to work on a little bit of this terraforming back here while I'm gathering up the rest of the supplies for this build for next week. But hopefully next week we will be done with the Grimhollow Island, save for details. But that is going to be it for me because I am exhausted. I'm gonna go relax and play some Pokepia. And, well, I gotta get editing done and then go relax. But I hope you enjoyed how the builds are turning out and how this area is starting to look. I am enjoying it very much. I cannot wait until it's completely 810% done because it is going to be so very neat. And then we get to work on the dungeons, and those are going to be interesting. Those are going to take a lot of time, but we're going to have fun with it. I'm slowly getting my stream stuff set up, and I'm trying to get over the anxiety for it. But when I do, I'll probably be streaming some Pokepia, and I'll probably be trying to do a lot of the dungeon stuff on stream, and then the videos will just be kind of overviewing them. So if you wanted to see some of the build process of the dungeons, I'll try to at least upload stream stuff if I can figure out how to do that. But anyway, we are gonna say goodbye here. I'm so sorry that these episodes are probably just me yapping, and then a build, and then me yapping some more. That's just how it's gonna be for a little bit. One more build, possibly two, maybe. I don't know. You know, this helps me get it done and helps me get caught up, and that is what matters the most to me. I really need to upgrade my tools, though. I really need to go to the Nether and blow things up. Maybe we'll take a little breather after we build the thingamabobber behind me, and just have an episode where I blow up the Nether. It could be fun. Anywho, I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.